G'day everyone, welcome back to another episode of Die Party Fan Fiction, your daily play-by-post role-playing experience that we do right here, both on Twitch and on the community Discord. If you want to check out what's going on and join in on all the fun, head on over to discord.gg/Henley. Check out the fan fiction subcategory, and from there, you'll be able to join in on the fun. Alright, so we are on, what's today, 13? Something like that. You know, the problem with having a hairy dog is that you get a lot of hair in your mouth. Yeah, that's my life right now. Alright, so let's see here. Act 14, actually. We're on 14. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 people. Cool. Alright, let's start by giving everyone their just desserts, aka the sweet experience points. Alright, so music. There we go. Give me that shit. We definitely need more music, I think. 100%. Alright, so Big Food, aka John Stern. 7 experience points for you, my dog. Alright. Lavender Tea, aka Olga Yaspolova. 18 experience points for you. Blind Watchman, aka Tyler Blackmar. 16 total experience points for you, my good sir. Heavy Metal Madman, aka Samuel Davis. 28 total experience points for you. And I see you took advantage of the sweet stuff I gave you. Nice. And last but not least, we have Doc Sirius, aka Zachary Blackhall, for a total of 13 experience points. Now remember, we have 2 boost dice available, so the first 2 people who act on the initiative turn order will get their just desserts. Alright, so let's do that shit then. Alright, John Stern, you will roll first on the initiative. 3 green. Let's go. Wrong dice game. Wrong dice game. Wrong dice game. Oh boy. Oh, the dice roll is dead. Great. Perfect. Just what I wanted. Just what I wanted. Dice roller to die. Thanks. Hey man, it's not like I pay Roll20 for this shit. I do. I pay them a lot of money every month. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Alright. See if it works this time. You still need to find those damn Chaos Emeralds. Oh great, I need to literally open everything again. I don't think anyone got their experience points. Fucking really? Motherfucker? Alright.
Oh, it's not like I wanted to do it all over again.
Alright. From the bottom up, Zachary Blackhole, Dr. Sirius. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. 13. Heavy Metal. 28. This calming music is not calming me enough. Tyler Blackmar. Blind Watchman. 16 experience points. Olga Liasbolova. Lavender Tea. That's 18 experience points. And big food stuff. Okay, John Stern. Fucking save this time. Thank you. Alright. Let's roll some fucking initiative, hopefully. Zachary Blackhall, you can go first since you're at the top now. 2 yellow. Okay. That is literally the worst dot roll you could have gotten. You're probably going to be on the bottom. Samuel Davis, 1 green, 1 yellow, 2 green. 3. That'll put you at the top. If I've ever seen a top roll before. Tyler Blackmar. Let's see if you can get worse than 1 advantage. 1 yellow, 1 green. You are a fucking... You're... Dude... Legendary. Oh my god. He got nothing. You can't make that shit up, man. Consistent as fuck, my man. Oh my god. On the bottom you go. Olga Yospova. 2 yellow, 1 green. Alright, 3 and 2, which puts her on the top. All that's right in the world when Blackmar fails initiative. Last but not least, you have John Stern for 3 green. Nope. That's better. 2 and 3 puts him in third. Yes. Alright. So the order is Olga Yospolova, Samuel Davis, John Stern, Zachary Blackwell, and Tyler Blackmar. Alright, so Olga, you get a boost die in this one. So let's take a look. Actually, I should read the acts. Act 14. Agent Mirror was just tired, that's all. The town of Bayland seemed to think she was the sole person responsible for their safety during the maelstrom. Was it too much to ask for understanding that a badge does not always mean sole responsibility? It was too late to try and cover up the fact that she wasn't with the FBI. That ship sailed when she threw her credentials around willy-nilly. After all, she was here to find a murderer who was supposedly fleeing in this direction. She sighed. Her eyes were sore from poring over this stupid map like a Confederate general, moving pieces she knew about around the board. She rubbed her eyes and yawned. Maybe now I can get some sleep. She started to say when a quick knock and a shuffle of feet snapped her back to reality. Agent, some of the people staying in their homes have reported people missing, like in the past hour, said the sweated and hurried man, breathing heavily. It would appear that he ran all the way here. So some people went for a walk, big deal. Mira waved him off. No, you don't understand. They were taken by something. It happened quickly and it happened in front of people. Mira rubbed the sleep from her eyes once more. Look, I'm sure people are just drunk or something. No, you bitch! She puts her gun on the table as if to prove a point. Go on, call me bitch again. You have to say it from another hole in your face. Something is afoot here at Bayland! Who was responsible for the kidnappings? And at such a time like this. Time frame, 8 hours. Global boost die too. Alright, so Olga is up first. This day is too long. The doors have closed with a metal clang. There's no way back. Olga repeats this phrase too often nowadays. Her inconsistent tirade, which struck the gatekeeper, incredibly drained her of all power. There is another car here beside her, and for some reason Olga thinks that it's possible that Tyler knows the driver. They park near the entering of Bayland. From the house nearby comes a redhead woman in a ranger's uniform. Interesting. I like your use of initiative here. I was informed that one of you was injured. Olga raises her hand slightly. Follow me then. Olga follows her into a house. Some kind of medical facility. Ranger, without saying a word, removes the duct tape from Olga's shoulder and probably treats her wound. Yospolva notices in the window As the gates open once more, there is another car that enters. Finishing your work, the ginger-haired woman gladly says, "Okay, you're good." Does anyone know what's going on? Any guesses or rumors? Unexpectedly for herself, asks Olga. Redhead hesitates, not eager to answer. I just came to help you. I can't really talk to civilians. Yes, but my condition could worsen with anxiety and fear. We're on the same boat. We have to work together in such dark times. I would like to use charm to know information. Alright. I like how yours is like somehow in the middle of your action. Alright, so 1 blue, 3 purple, charm. Let's go. 2 yellow, 1 green. Yeah, no good for you. Okay, so with that result, you take 3 strains. So 1, 2, 3. You're now 7 of 12 strain. Who would have thought that it would, you know, drain you to try and convince people to give you information? But, you know, it is what it is. So, going back to your thing. She looks at you with sort of like a disdain that's just like, look, I have to answer this question all the fucking time. You are no more special than anyone else here. And hell, you haven't even helped us yet. That's what you gain from just a quick look at you, right? She doesn't say any of that. She just sighs and is just like, look, if you want to be useful and you want to find out information, go talk to Agent Mira. She's the one that stepped up to the plate in terms of being in charge here. Look, I'm not going to tell you anything. I don't want to piss her off. Finally, the woman leaves the room and Olga starts to dress up. She looks at the dark sky. We're all bunching up like a flock of young sparrows. Group, what is connecting us? Only fear of death, fear of the unknown. Just lonely people trying to survive. But it'll be useless. We're all gonna get killed here. It'll be either a quick slaughter or a slow extinction of all living humans. Olga starts to weep. Bitterly. From the overflow of loneliness and helplessness. Happiness. 10 minutes later, Olga went out from the room. Tyler opened his mouth, wanting to ask a question, but Olga stops him. Don't worry about it. Now, there are more important things to do. And with this word, she goes outside. Alright. Olga is done. Get out of here, Olga. Alright, Samuel Davis. The man everyone's been waiting to hear from. Maybe. Alright. Okay. Sammy soldiered on down State Highway 119. At this time, one thing dominated his thoughts. He was very, very bored. All this walking wasn't exactly mentally stimulating, and without a soul to sound off with, he was in desperate need of entertainment. Maybe a little acid wouldn't hurt right about now. He stopped and unzipped his duffel bag, retrieving a small plastic bag. Some low-grade East Coast trash anyway. I doubt it'll do much. He pulled a tab out from his bag and went to lay it under his tongue. However, something dawned on Sammy before he was able to. This meager stash of acid could be the very last batch he'd ever get his hands on. Who knows how this cloud could affect the drug trade. And it would be in his best interest to make it last as long as possible. Maybe not. Sammy put the tab back in the bag and stashed it in his pocket. He was focused on the road ahead with his eyes on the pavement. Sammy looked up for a moment and was surprised to see the town of Balin. What the fuck? It was at that moment that incredible pain radiated throughout his body. Oh fuck! He began coughing and fell to his knees in agony. All over was dull, throbbing pain that made it hurt to move. His head felt like it was burning. Sammy touched his forehead and felt raw flesh. He traced the laceration, realizing it made a circle around his skull, and his mouth tasted like copper. Sammy then realized that both his duffel bag and his boots were missing. What? Was I robbed? The fuck happened? He trembled and rose to his feet. I need to find some help. Sammy began shambling towards Bayland, looking for any signs of life and begging anyone out there that could be bothered to help him. I am to finish my journey into Bayland. I would like to find anyone who can help me. Sure. Let's take a look. With that, in particular, I would say that you would run into the guards. You know, once again, the guards are overlooking the perimeter, and you know, Sammy, you actually, you know what? I'm gonna ask for a resilience check from you. And I know you haven't made a check yet, but I'm going to make you make one. And this is to see how much your wounds are and whether or not you pass out in front of the guards. Or whether you make it up to the gate. And then you can write your own passage tomorrow. Or today, whatever. So resilience. Let's make this a 3 purple, and you actually get the second boost die too, so cool. 3 purple, 1 blue, resilience check. Which is 1 yellow, 2 green from you. Okay, yeah. So you fail. Basically, you make your way up to the guard tower, and you whisper faintly to nobody, "Help me!" And then you basically pass out from extreme pain. So what we're going to do is we're going to give you a couple wounds. 1 wound by the looks of things. And at this point, Sammy, I'm going to max out your strain. Which is to say, you have been plotted, my man. Got him. I've plotted the fuck out of you. And you will be... But here's the thing. You're plotted in such that next act, you still will be able to act. Your strain will be reduced back to 0. It's just that you are unconscious now. So the way to emulate that is by maxing out your strain. So that's what happens. Your strain is maxed out, and basically the last thing you see as you fall to your face on the floor is that the guard is opening the gate, makeshift gate that they have, and running out to your aid. Cool. Good use of blue. Alright. So, yeah. Depending on what happens next act, I guess next week, because today's Friday, you'll have to come up with some way of how you rest or relax or something like that. Okay. John Stern. Mac Papa Butt. Scared an action from you. Scene opens with a ranger's truck being assaulted by a group of band. What? Really? Man, you are just like in the shit. I don't understand why you put yourself in the shit so much. Okay. The scene opens with the ranger's truck being assaulted by a group of bandits, pinging off the hood of the car. The ranger says, "The hell is going on here? 1 minute it's normal, now Wendigo's burned itself to the ground. Okay, fuck Wendigo. Let's drive over to Bayland." Oh, the plot is thickening. Then John wakes up and realizes he's surprised to see that now he's the person in the truck bed. John then tries to move around, realizing he's trapped. He attempts to escape his bindings. I'd like to use coordination to escape the cot silently. That is, in fact, the skill to use. I believe coordination is the skill of question. Let me take a look to find out if this is the one. General skills. These are. I was like looking for coordination in the list of skills here. Coordination. Over the course of adventures, sometimes characters find themselves needing to stay stable on unsteady surfaces, crawl through narrow openings, or safely land the fall. Actually, coordination's not the skill. I'm pretty sure it's skullduggery if you want to get out silently. Let's take a look. Skullduggery! Okay, have a long story tradition of people disarming traps, picking locks, and if there's skills, if there's spell breaking out of pigeon. In our game, characters perform those activities with a skullduggery skill. Skullduggery covers the combination of skills your character would use to engage in covert or criminal activity. If you're building a character you consider to be a thief or a rogue, okay, it doesn't really, it doesn't really actually say. So here's the thing, right? You're a big, strong man, and you're trying to break out of this with brawn, right? Or athletics or something. Let's take a look. What do you have, skill-wise? Coordination. I mean, coordination's not really it. That's like doing a flip and not killing yourself, you know? Great, now fake scamming will scammy has become cooler. No. I would say it is skullduggery still, to break out of these things. Because that sets a precedent, right? Yeah, because you specifically said without anyone noticing, right? And it caught silently. So yes, it is going to be skullduggery. I'm sorry, it has to be. If you said, I break out using my big muscles and humongous penis, I would have been like, okay, sure. You can use anything you like. But right now, it's the way you've described it is that. So we'll remove the blue. And this will just be a 2 purple. Because, I mean, here's the thing. They're tying you down with belts, right? Like, it's not like it's fucking handcuffed or anything like that. It's just like you struggling against bindings, basically. It's almost like someone tied you up, but worse. Skullduggery. Excuse me. Morning. Haven't had my coffee yet. Skullduggery. Go. Boom. Hey, look at that. You succeeded. With some strain, though. Which is, you know, paramount to, you know, you using a skill you don't have. Alright, so I've given you 2 strain. That's 2 of 9. Keep that in mind. But you do succeed. You have silently removed yourself from the cot. What you do now, you know, to the point where, like, you know, you have all of your limbs free of the cot, and the people driving the car are unaware of your current situation. So that is worth pointing out. So if you'd like to do something untoward towards them, this is your story. Feel free. Okay. Zachary Blackhall, my man. Let's go check you out. No problem, friend. I'll hit up the hospital in a moment and see what I can do after meeting up with the family. I have to see if they are alright. As if. I got shit to do, he thought to himself. The guard waved him forward as he entered Balin proper. Those new to Zach's craft always made the same mistake when it came to lying. Never start with a lie. Start with the truth. The truth is always easier to remember, and it's infinitely easier to hold up under scrutiny. Embellishments and lies can be added on later, but it always should begin with a grain of honesty. Zach spent his time cruising the streets on high alert. Peace during chaos meant one of two things. There was someone with a charming silver tongue and a golden horseshoe up his arse wandering about, or the city was about to go up like a match if the right buttons were pushed. There were armed patrols and people hustling in groups, milling about the streets, terrified of getting separated from the pack. He spent every waking moment studying as he drove. Urchins and pickpockets, some undoubtedly both meandering about amongst the drunks and fights with an air of indifference. Okay. The harlots and drunks begging for a kip of something strong littered about just every road. Littered just about every road in sight. There we go. I can English. There are far less cars on the road than he suspected. It was likely no one moved about unless they absolutely had to. But there was a tickle of life across the asphalt. Zach saw the car he was behind at the gate, now parked at some sort of emergency triage center, and the same ebon-haired woman looking at him from the window. He blew her a kiss. Jesus Christ. Pleasure later, business now. He needed a new base of operation if Wendigo was fucked. Zach would use streetwise and the flag Charlie Fentus had. Zach would use streetwise and the flag Charles Fentus had to ID his car. Oh wait, yeah, I remember that fucking flag, right? Along with his county map to find Charles' old crew and meet up with them. The GM can describe a location if needed, if successful. I don't think there's going to be a huge crew here. Like, it's not like... Alright, we'll make this a 2 purple. We'll make this... Yeah, we'll just make this a 2 purple. It shouldn't be too hard for you. So what are you using? Perception? Streetwise, right? Yes, of course. Of course, of course. A horse, of course. Streetwise, cunning. 1 yellow, 2 green. Wabam. Ah, triumph. However, that is still not a success. So the way that... It might be a little confusing, but a triumph is both a success and a crit, right? But as you can see from the dice roll, you also got 3 failures and only 2 other successes. So what's happened is you failed, but something amazing happens to you in the process. So you are not able to find Charles Fentus's place, right? Because the way that this works is that the entire town is not within this safety perimeter that they've set up. So maybe Charles Fentus's house is outside of that region. However, what you do find is I want to say it's not the criminals you were looking for, but it's someone from another region, like maybe a rival, right? A rival person who is also targeting the same person that you were targeting for the retrieval of the objects, the paintings, I believe they were. And you notice him here as well, right? He's just trying to mingle with the other survivors as much as he can. Whether you out him or not, it'll be up to you. But let's say this is a she. She's a rival art dealer who's you've gone back and forth over the years about like who is the better art dealer. And sometimes she gets one up on you and sometimes you get one up on her. But it's an honest to God, like, rivalry. It's not like one where you feel like she is intentionally out to like harm you. Like, you know what I mean? Like it's a good rivalry. It's not a intentionally bad one. So yeah, you find her sitting there. She has been known to disguise herself as plain Jane in order to get away from a lot of people. So clearly, when you know her, she's short blonde hair most of the time in order to help put on wigs and shit. But now you can see her, she's wearing glasses and a wig that basically gives her like light brown hair down to her shoulders, basically. And she's wearing just the most average clothing you could ever possibly imagine, like farm hand clothing, like plaid shirt, you know, that sort of stuff. She's doing her best to fit in with the crowd. So yeah, that's what you find. Whether or not she could be useful to you or whatever, that's entirely up to you. But her name is Rose as well. So yeah, there you go. Made a character for you, Zachary. Hope you enjoyed it. But yeah, we'll give you a strain for attempting to do that. But yeah, so far so good. All right, Tyler Blackmile, last but not least. Let's check out what you got going on. After Olga leaves, Tyler goes and sits on a bed in the room and he was given with Jack. Okay. You'd probably be in the infirmary or like some sort of waiting area where before they move you into an appropriate house, I assume. Or before they vet you or something. Yeah. Well, now that I know her wound won't get infected, I can see if I can help out around town in my own way. He sighs and wipes his face. Tomorrow I'll ask. Tomorrow. Today has been too long. With that, Tyler gets some sleep. Dream/memory. It was a normal Friday night when he met her. Paul invited him out for drinks to some new club called The Hub. After a case they solved, but like usual, all Paul did was complain about the red tape. Tyler was ignoring him and looking around to see if there wasn't someone more interesting to talk to, having heard this conversation hundreds of times. He caught sight of her across the room, looking as bored as he felt, stupefied by her appearance. That's an interesting word to use to describe that. As he left Paul alone in the midst of his rant up to and those fuckers always yell about my tactics. As long as I can get the fucker, it should be fine. He made his way to her, wanting to talk to this woman who caught his attention. To be remembered later. I'd like to sleep to recover strain, then ask around for something to do. Okay, you can sleep. You can ask around for something to do after that. Tomorrow. Alright, so you recover your 3 strain. Good job, people. Alright, that wraps up Act 14. Ladies and gentlemen, if you'd like to join in, head on over to the Discord channel, the community Discord channel, discord.gg/Henley. Right now, we're going to bump our booties over to Ghost of a Tale and finish. It looks like we'll probably be finishing that today, maybe. But yeah, we'll see you in just a little bit, I guess.